So I guess a question for you then. We've been at this for, 10-ish months now, maybe a little less. What have you learned? Give me your top 3 learnings from running this social operation for the company page. Like maybe some of the things that you had hunches on and you were right, or maybe some things that you had hunches on and you were just so off. This is a safe space. So I just want to share, what are some of the things that we've learned to get to 10K followers?
Yeah, I think, so one that we haven't talked about, but is actually super huge, and it's not something that I do a ton of, is engagement with your posts. So like Katie will go in and engage as metadata on LinkedIn with our posts, with other posts where we're mentioned. That's a huge thing, because then metadata is showing up in your feed in different ways. You're actually getting a response. I mean, how many times have you commented on something and just heard nothing, either back or even
a lot?
A lot. And sometimes it's just like all you need is like a like on that. Oh man, they liked my comment. Good, But if you can go that extra step and like actually respond, Katie does an awesome job. I'll shout her out again here. Like respond. You can respond with a GIF. You can respond with a little image. You can, you don't have to just like say, oh, thanks for your comment. Like you can actually spend the time and effort to be able to do that. So I think that's a huge learning that I've had, is like it's one thing to post, but then like also get ready to like engage with your audience and like try to build a little bit of a community within the LinkedIn comment section as well. So that's one thing. The other thing is, don't be afraid to try different styles and different types of posts. So I think we have probably tried everything that's possible. I'm trying to think if there's something we haven't necessarily tried. I'm sure there are, but like we've done carousels, and we've done different types of carousels. We've done videos. We've done different types of videos. We've done memes. We've done GIFs. We've done standard text posts. We've done graphs. We've done all these different types of things. And so I like to just kind of view it as like a giant experiment, because you'll never really, just when you think you have something figured out, something changes. Or one thing we never did polls. I just want to throw that out there, Mark.
No, that was a rule. That was a rule. And that was a mandate from me, the top. We're completely against polls. I don't care anything about that. We weren't gaming the system. I'm glad that I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second. I'm glad that period of time is over, because there was a time where all you saw on LinkedIn was polls, and somebody even came up with a Chrome plugin. It probably wasn't super secure, that if you installed it, it prevented you from seeing polls in your feed. And I used it. It was amazing. It was a great time in my life, and I'm so happy that polls are over. But yes, you will never see a poll on our metadata account, and that's intentional.
So yeah, so that is one I know we didn't do. But you use your company LinkedIn page. Like, nobody has this thing 100% figured out. There are, the gongs who have really crushed it, but also LinkedIn is at a different place too. So like your expectation, it's changing. It's still, there's value there for organic reach and things like that. It's not where it was 2 years ago in terms of that growth. And so like, if you think you're gonna try to like hit 100, like, that'd be awesome. But like, I also don't think like numbers should be your goal. Like, we didn't set out this year to necessarily say we're gonna go hit 10K this year. We set out and we went way down to the micro of like, can we post 5 times a week? Like, and then
consistency,
and then just be consistent from there. But like, and also, yeah, we're trying different things. Like, for one of the things we're also trying is different times that we're posting. So does 8 a.m. Eastern work better? Does 11? How about at night? And so we've tried different things and different times. And again, it's all kind of gut feel on some of that stuff. And some posts just bomb. I think that's the other thing I'd say too. Like, if you throw something out and it bombs, that's the best thing about social media. Nobody's going to remember and nobody cares. It's moving on to the next. It's not like so like don't feel like you have to like put all this effort in, and then if something goes, you have tomorrow, you have tonight, you could post another one. And that's something we're trying to do now, is actually we're starting to move toward posting like 2 or 3 times a day spread out, to try to just get more out there, because we have so much content that we're trying to push, but also just trying to be there at different times that people are using the platform. So that's 2. And then 3, if I had to come up with a third,
you're not getting out of this. I'm a rule of 3 guy.
You're a rule of 3 guy. That's okay. I like it. We touched on it, but I think you have to treat LinkedIn as almost as a publishing platform and not a promotion platform. So we think of LinkedIn 90% of the time as a place to publish our content, where people can go off and see it, and probably 10, maybe even less, as like a promotional place for us to show off stuff. So, and I'm very sensitive to that balance, because look, we all have those things we get tugged in, and we haven't even touched on like internal, not politics, but just asks and things like, hey, can you guys post this on social?
That's
like
a therapy session. Yeah,
it's a whole other ballgame. So like, just be aware that we totally get that. There are like, whole other factors in that, but balance it and let people internally know, like, this is the goal, this is what we're trying to accomplish. So when somebody does ask like, hey, can we promote, this award, or can we do this, or can we do that? I think a lot of, we go back to the B2B stuff, like, who do I watch? Like, you look at B2B, that's all it is. It's like, hey, check out, we just won this award, and then they get like 100 likes, but it's all the employees and their employees' families that are like liking it, right? Like, as you would. It actually doesn't provide any value to the audience. And so like that would be number 3, is definitely view LinkedIn as a place to publish content. And if you can think about how do you publish little micro bits of content every single day, you're going to be way better off than just trying to promote your stuff.